See, look, we're gonna have a little car conversation. And so what I want to tell you is that rejection is actually protection. A lot of people get turned down and they think, oh yeah, it's not for me, or they just give up altogether. But one thing I've learned on my journey is that rejection is truly God's protection. When I've been rejected from opportunities, jobs, people have rejected me. Every time I've been rejected, every time a door has been closed, there is always a door that is open. And that's the mentality that you have to have. Sometimes people will tell us no, and we won't see. We may be hurt in the moment and we might not see why they rejected us. We might wonder, oh, is it because of me? We might have self-doubt. And that's normal. It's normal to feel that way when you're rejected as a human being. But what you have to understand is it's because there's something greater. There's a bigger door for you to handle. Sometimes that no is just redirecting you to the yes that you're waiting for. I remember when I was on my journey to attain something, I was going around the city. I was looking for something that I felt in my spirit that I needed to look for. I went around. Everywhere I went, it was either people trying to wax me. If you don't know what waxing is basically when you over tax somebody for something that shouldn't even be taxed, because they thought I was desperate, so they tried to tax me. Let's not go too deep into that. But it's either people rejected me, they wouldn't give me the opportunity, or they would try to take advantage of me. And I kept hearing no. I kept hearing no. Doors kept getting slammed. Doors kept getting slammed. But I was persistent. And because I was persistent, I was able to find what I was looking for. And actually something that's way better. It's actually way better than the other things I was ready to settle for. Sometimes we may be in relationships, have friendships where these people don't mess with us anymore. And we feel as if, oh, what happened? It's our fault. But that's all because we settled. Sometimes the thing that we got rejected by was us settling when there's something greater for us out here in this world. Really. Like, you know how many opportunities? I want to tell you, anytime a door is closed, this is how I want you to think. Keep knocking. Knocking, the door shall be answered. The diligent, the persistent will always achieve within this world. If there is a will, there is a way. If you are slothful, you will never achieve. The only fruits that slothful people can really manifest and sow are thorns. You want to know why? Because they do not take care of their garden. When you are slothful, your garden will have weeds, it will have thorns, and you won't produce any fruit. When you're diligent, if I have a garden, correct, and I'm diligent, I make sure it's watered, I make sure my plants, soil, everything, I make sure everything is right within. I make sure everything is right, and I put myself and my plant. Think of the plant as myself. I put my plant in the proper environment. I feed my plant the right things, and I make sure I take out the weeds around my plant, which allows my plant to grow. It's the same thing as people. We have to make sure we put ourselves in a firm ground. We need to have a solid foundation before we can ever build anything, because anything built on a false foundation will fall. A lot of the times you fall out with your friends because you guys have never really built a firm foundation in that friendship. I'm wondering. But like I said, rejection is God's protection. You know, if you didn't get accepted into that school, it's because there's another place there that you need to be. It might not be the school that you want, but there's something there for you. Always try to look for what is going on, because the thing is, things will happen to deter us. That's why this whole journey is about faith. You know, we're trying to achieve, we're trying to be successful, we're trying to elevate and create the reality that we want. That means that it's not there. So you have to have the faith. When you get rejected and you feel discouraged, fight against that feeling. Instead of allowing that feeling to cause you to think, maybe this isn't it, or to discourage you, make it boot up. Every time I fail a test, every time I'm told, oh yeah, maybe this thing is not for you, go to trade school or go do this, go do that. What do? I boot up. Because that rejection, that failure, it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It's just things have to be done a different way. There may be something better for you. When that girl you wanted, when that man you wanted rejected you, see it as a blessing. See it as a blessing. Give it 5-10 years. See where that person is, and you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, I see. Okay, I understand now. And sometimes we're rejected because we're not adequate. We don't vibrate on the same level as these individuals. Sometimes it's not because sometimes you might have the best qualities, you might look good, all that. You an ace of spades, you got everything, jack of all trades. That's what I meant to say. You can be a jack of all trades, but if you're not around the people who are just like you, iron sharpens iron the same way a friend sharpens a friend. If you are not around iron and somebody is able to see you, look at you, and understand they cannot maintain that, yes, feel that hurt, but understand you were blessed. You were blessed with the opportunity to not settle. Because sometimes, and I fell victim to that, I settle sometimes. And I know, one thing I'll tell you is always listen to your stomach. I've been in a lot of situations, I've been hurt a lot because I didn't listen to the voice that was telling me not to do this, not to mess with these people. It's discernment as well. Because when you get rejected by somebody, you have to have the ability to have discernment. If you do not have no discernment, you will never see why that rejection happened. You won't ever be able to decipher the spirits and your spirit. Because that's the thing. People try to have friends, make friends with everybody, try to do this, try to do that. Sometimes you won't get in the club because you're too good. You overqualified. So every time you get rejected, just know that you overqualified. There's something better for you. Or if the people won't give you an opportunity, that rejection may be they're not giving you the opportunity to show what you can do. The art of promotion. If that one employer, if that one person won't allow you to show them what you're capable of, if they won't give you the opportunity, promote yourself and give yourself to somebody else who will appreciate you. Watch how it all plays out. Rejection is God's protection. You know, it's Cain, creation and elevation, and love like peace. Keep grinding, keep hustling. You know, stat cheese, stay down, power up, all that.